Right. Now, in this first video, I thought I'd explain the idea behind this channel. It's to offer someone prepared to pay quite a lot of money, information that, I believe would help them sort of recover from, what would you call it? Cure, I suppose, diabetes or obesity. Now, obviously, they're very difficult conditions to deal with. There's lots of people out there who will lay claim to knowing how to treat those illnesses. There's people writing books about it. There's scientists looking into it, trying to provide cures and so on. And there's not, as people who've got those conditions know, there's very little, there's no cure basically. Not in medical terms. There's diets and things like that. There's medicine that suppresses the symptoms but doesn't really stop the condition of diabetes getting worse. I'll talk about diabetes because the cure that I believe I've got, it cures the diabetes via reducing obesity, which is in itself a very difficult problem to deal with. But I don't want to keep saying diabetes and obesity. I'll just stick to saying diabetes for the moment. I don't believe it's something I've not come across anyone else using my method. I have type 2 diabetes. I've reduced my weight by, I was about over 14 and a half stone, and I'm now down to just above 13. Now, I'm not the only person in the world who has reduced their weight, but I've done it without hunger, and I've more recently honed in on more success. So I've lost, say, half a stone over the last 2 or 3 months. I'm not saying it's a quick way of losing weight. And of course, diabetes varies from person to person in its severity and so on. So I'm not guaranteeing that I can cure people, but if they do what I'm doing at the moment, which is improving my condition, then I believe it is a way to cure yourself. The reason this basically is an idea that I've had because you can maybe try and write a book, and I think I could write a book, but I'd need to get it edited, and because my grammar's not brilliant, and you need to get a cover for it, a designer. You need to go through quite a lot of hassle to self-publish a book, and it wouldn't be that much fun. And I've done it before and found that I couldn't, not on this subject, but found that it's very difficult to come to people's attention. I mean, indeed, this video probably won't come to people's attention very readily. So I thought, well, this is more fun. It's easier, takes less work. So I'm just going to sit down. This sort of video is really just to get the ball rolling. But if you have diabetes, subscribe. I will be telling you about my idea, but I won't be revealing the cure on this channel directly, because what my idea is that through this channel I will meet people, maybe, who will then have private conversations, and basically my idea is, I am retired now. I could do, like with most people, I could do with a bit more cash. I make no bones about the fact that for me, the idea is to get £10,000 per person that I help cure. It's to be determined what we call cure. That's why I need to talk to people one-on-one. And that I can tell them what I know, which I believe will cure them, that will make them feel satisfied enough with my advice that they will then pay me the money, £10,000. But it's like it all needs sorting out, and I'm doing it rather largely by just getting the ball rolling here. I've got a good idea of how I'm going to proceed, but not in detail. I mean, in general terms. So I only had the idea this morning, and I'm a bit impulsive, so I've just started this channel, so this gets the ball rolling. But as I say, if you suffer from diabetes or obesity, I believe it's secure. But we will see. I mean, well, let me just tell you what my idea is, why I'm starting this channel. If I can take one person at a time, say, to begin with anyway, at £10,000 and work with them for, say, you know, on average, I mean, I don't know, you see, it could maybe take a month, 2 months, 3 months. It's really just imparting my knowledge, my method to them. If I can sort of cure them one at a time, and they pay me £10,000, then even just 10 people would give me 100,000, which will help a lot with my retirement, obviously. So that's my motive. I'm not pretending it's anything else. And, you know, what I want to do is work with someone. There'll be an initial person who, if there's a choice of people, I will sort of try and find the best one, the best fit, try it out with them. And the idea is to upload videos of me and them agreeing the terms and so on, so that that's our agreement in front of people, you know, so it's clear what we're agreeing to. No real paperwork, it's more here's the evidence, but it's also the evidence of the success or failure of the venture. If I manage to, obviously the advice I give will be off camera, and if they feel that they're making progress, doing well, then they become the advertisement for the channel. And then if I keep doing that with people and succeeding with people, then it attracts more people. And of course, more people wanting to do it, paying me 10,000 at a time, you know, hopefully I'll do very well out of it. Now, why am I charging so much? Well, because you could go the route of, by the way, I don't want to keep the videos too long, and I've just noticed that I've already taken 8 minutes, so I'm going to finish at about 10, and then I'll carry on video 2. But the idea, like I say, I could have written a book, but that's very hard to get off the ground and get people interested. And I'm not claiming to be a scientist, so people, or, you know, in any way an expert. So people are not impressed. They won't buy a book if it's just like, oh, this is my method. You might say, well, why would someone do this if you're not claiming to be an expert? Well, that's why I'm just giving it a try. It doesn't take a lot of effort on my part. We can see where it goes. It's more done on face-to-face trust, and that's what I believe I've got. That's what I can give people, because I'm a person who, you know, I'm good for my word, and I want to do it in front of people so that people can see that and deal with and also it helps hold the other person to that as well. Anyway, I'm going to finish it there. I'll maybe give you a few more details in the second video.